Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation, and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. Let go of negative thinking and stop living for the weekend. With your host, Fran Excel.
So welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel Mindset Coach, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm very grateful you've chosen to put me in your earbuds today. Please do hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything, and do leave me a review. I love reading them, and it really helps me get found by other people who need to hear what I share. I'd also love you to email me your mindset and productivity questions or topics you'd love me to cover to hello@franexcel.com, because I know a lot of you think I'm inside your heads because you tell me all the time. But if I don't know what you need, I can't give it to you. So let me know. I am back fresh from an event this week, and I wanted to have a little chat about something. Stop listening to everyone because you're hearing no one. Yeah, stop listening to everyone because you're hearing no one. The online business space is loud and the noise can be deafening at times. Yeah, we all feel it, especially if you're listening to multiple people, multiple voices, and multiple, often conflicting advice and points of view. So listening to and following everyone causes you to have way too many things and too many voices swimming about in your noggin, which leads to all the gremlins rearing their ugly heads. Cue overwhelm, self-doubt, procrastination, and all their lovely little friends. Which is not the best mindset to be in when you're running a business and trying to get stuff done. So everywhere you look, there will be someone telling you that their specialism, platform, or strategy is the one thing that you need to get you where you want to be. That without it, you don't have a business. Don't even get me started on that phrase. It's exhausting, right? I remember when I first started my business, I was absorbing all the things. I was trying to be on all the platforms, downloading all the opt-ins, listening to all the free advice I could get my hands on, investing in all the programs, and doing not a whole lot of anything, to be honest. I was confused and I felt pulled in all different directions with no one clear focus. But thankfully, I recognized it fairly quickly. I recognized that to get where I wanted to go, I needed to cut out the noise and find my people. There are a lot of gurus, in inverted commas, in this industry who don't always have the best of intentions and will use all those sleazy tactics that you're avoiding doing because it gives you the ick. Yeah, it's time for an audit. Pronto. I regularly check in with who is taking up space in my feed, in groups, in my inbox, and who's serving me ads to make sure the noise levels are right for me and that I'm hearing things from the right people. It's not going to happen overnight, but when you really start to analyze if who you're following are a good positive influence on you and your mindset or a negative one, then things will become much clearer, much more focused, and much more strategic. And you're more likely to actually take action with a few less gremlins in the way, right? Pick your own platforms. Stop listening to the people who guilt trip you into believing that you have to buy from them or you're never going to get anywhere. Yeah. Where are your ideal clients? Yeah. What platform are they on? I know everyone and his wife are saying that LinkedIn is the new buzz platform for 2019, for example. But if that's not where your ideal client is and you're not looking for corporate gigs, then is it the right platform for you? Potentially not. So there's some noise you can cut out. You see what I'm saying here? Not necessarily LinkedIn, but you get the picture. It doesn't mean you're saying that you're never going to use it. It's just not right for you right now and not a focus for you. Also, where do you like being? Where do you actually like being? What's your favorite platform to be on? If you like using it, guess what? You're more likely to actually use it. If you're trying to do things and be in places because other people say you should, I hate the word should, but really you don't want to, guess what's going to happen? Pushing water uphill time. And your friend procrastination is going to get in your way big time. So choose people. How do you do this when everyone seems to have a specialism and you seem to need all of it at the same time? How do you choose people? Choose people based on your values. What do you value in a person or in a business? For me, it's honesty, authenticity, and integrity. What you see is what you get, which for me creates trust. That's not going to be the same for everyone. Some people like, the Grant Cardones and the Gary Vaynerchuks. They're not bad people. It's not my vibe. I still listen, but I listen with a pinch of salt. Do you see what I mean? So, but that's what I look for in a person to follow. The second I get a feeling in my gut that someone doesn't fit that bracket, they're on my unfollow list. Not saying that Gary Vaynerchuk and Grant Cardone aren't any of those things. They're just more of the hustle mentality, and that's not what I follow, because I know that hustle isn't good for my mindset. So, as I mentioned, I was at a big business seminar for 2 days last week, and it was honestly so refreshing. The majority of speakers sold high-ticket items from the stage, but they were so damn honest about it. Yeah, they didn't try to dupe anyone. They didn't try to guilt or bully anyone into buying. They didn't try to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. They made it fun, and they made fun of a lot of the sleazy tactics that we're also what's the word I'm looking for? That we're also aware of these days, right? And they didn't give you the what but not the how, and just said, hey, if you've got this problem, I can solve it. Here's how. Up to you. Come have a chat if you've got any questions. That simple. And there were people queuing to talk to them because they were given their power back, their options, their choice. We love buying. We just don't love being sold to. But if you're being sold to by the right people in the right way, you're not going to mind. Yeah? People are solving your problems. Awesome. But there was a friend that I bumped into that was there who really didn't like how salesy it was. Which is exactly what I mean about going for what you value. For me, their honesty made it feel a lot less salesy, but for her, it felt incredibly salesy, and she didn't like it. I was just grateful for the honesty. I took value from every single person speaking, whether I bought from them or not. And my favorite part was that every speaker interacted with all the delegates genuinely. Not because they had to, which personally I always think is fairly obvious. They wanted to meet and speak to people and acted completely on a level with everybody in the room. They went around the room and asked people like what they were earning in their business, which I don't love anyway. I wish there was less of a focus on that. But we know my opinions on that one anyway. And if you don't, go to my Can You Really Make 6 Figures in 6 Months episode. But there were 8-figure business owners in the room. There were 6, 7, 8-figure businesses, all and everything in between. Yeah. What and who you saw on stage was what and who you got in person. And it totally reminds us that these heroes that we have in this space, these people that we follow, they're human too, right? They're not magical unicorns. If it's achievable for them, it's achievable for you too. There's literally no reason other than yourself. They've gone through what we've gone through at one point, and they empathize with and respected the journey. And I loved that. I was sold to for 2 whole days and left feeling great about it. I've been to many events where that hasn't been the case. So look through your FB groups, your Insta feed, your Facebook friends, your inbox, and get unfollowing until you have a space that's filled with people who inspire and motivate you and makes you feel good, not overwhelmed. But the next thing in my stop listening to everyone is friends and family. Now, I've done a previous episode on this as well. There is noise from friends and family members. Some mean well, some not so much. But really, they're usually just projecting their own fears and beliefs onto you. And when we know that 95 to 99% of everything we do is run by our unconscious beliefs, that's going to give you a clue. Or it could be that they're actually jealous. Or it could be that you're highlighting a trait in yourself that they wish they had. A lot of people would love to be able to back themselves to start their own business, but they just don't. That's cool. This is something I see come up time and time again from clients and friends running their businesses, and it's even something that made me quit on my first business when the comment of, Fran, you really should just get a proper job was uttered, and I unfortunately listened. Often their comments are unhelpful, but if you check back to when your friends aren't supporting your business, it's another episode that's going to really, really help you. I will link it up in the notes. The next up is the negative self-chatter. I think we all know what I'm talking about. So your own negative self-talk. This is often the loudest of all, but this is something you have total control over, even if it doesn't feel that way most of the time. But you can absolutely change the way you talk to yourself. I am living proof of that. You can increase your emotional intelligence. You can understand where certain thoughts may be coming from, why biologically, physiologically, neurologically things might be coming up for you. You can create new neural pathways and literally change the way you think. It's all about changing those unconscious habits. And I give you a ton of ways you can start doing that today in all my previous episodes. But the first key that I'm always talking about is that awareness. It's not a conversation that you're having with yourself. It's not a battle that you're having inside your own head. It's a habit you created, and habits can be changed. But when you're running a business, you don't have time for negative self-talk, and it will make you sabotage your own success. So it's so important that you get it in check. You can have all the strategy in the world. If you don't have this stuff in check, you will keep sabotaging. It's time to choose who you're listening to. Because when you're listening to everyone, you're really hearing no one. No one person gets a chance to get their message through, that right message that you need to hear. Okay? So, if you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and changing things for yourself, then book in a free discovery call so we can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. And if you want my eyes and ears on your problems, I work with people one-on-one and through my Proactive Pants Mastermind. So stop waiting for if and when and decide to change things now, because you can. And as always, I hope that was helpful. So any questions, just let me know. And as always, I will see you next week. Bye.